Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Ladies and gentlemen, come to the Chicago Sports Spectacular being held November 18th to November 20th at the Donald Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois. This event will feature hundreds of the nation's leading dealers in sports cards and collectibles, as well as appearances by over 75 superstar athletes, including the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, former heavyweight champion of the world Mike Tyson, David Ross, former world champion Floyd Mayweather, Brian Urlacher, and many more. You can find full details online at chicagosportsspectacular.com or by calling 954-227-1565. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. The countdown is on. Tomorrow night, the AWA is going to be in Chicago at Comiskey Park for Wrestle Rock 88. Tonight, we are in the Cow Palace in San Francisco, California for a tour date. All right. And my name is Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. I am really excited for Wrestle Rock 88 tomorrow. So here we go. Let's take a look at our absent workers tonight here in San Francisco. Nobody but Jerry Blackwell, who is out with that very serious injury. Uh-oh, we got a problem here with Bockwinkel and Dangerously. Dangerously was moaning. Nick Bockwinkel says, knock it off. And now Dangerously has to shut up and buy drinks for everybody after the show. Fair enough. All right, there's a small positive impact. All right, Ray Stevens has given some protege tips to the Trooper, also to Mark Young, hopefully not any dance tips. And Larry Hennig is going to talk to John Rizzo and Jerry Sags. All right, that leaves us a clear palette here to move on. Let's go ahead and give our card a rundown for this evening. In our opener, we're going to have Ondy Austin wrestle Wendi Richter. The Nasty Boys are going to battle the Top Guns. The Terrorist is going to mix it up with Scott Steiner. Johnny Rich is in singles action against Kevin Kelly. Doug Summers is going to challenge Greg Gagne for the World Television title. Bobby Duncum and Nick Bockwinkel will be in singles action. In our semi-main, Bad Company is going to face the Guerrero brothers. And in our main event, everybody, Larry Zbyszko is going to battle Jerry, the King Lawler. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. Here we go. Austin and Richter in our opener here. Ondy Austin, of course, lost last night to Medusa Michelli, but that doesn't matter. It was a spot show, and nobody here is going to know anything about it because the internet does not exist yet. All right. Wendi Richter right here. Let's see who's due for the win, everybody, on this one. These two have been battling for a little while. Wendi Richter is due for the win. So that's going to be 2 losses in a row for Ondy Austin. Hey, that's the way it goes, Ondy. All right, that one's in the books. Next, we have the Top Guns. And they are battling the Nasty Boys, who have really been coming along as a team. We have one heck of a tag team division here. That cannot be disputed. We have a very solid tag team division. All right, let's take a look and see who's due for the win here with these two teams. And what do we got here? The Top Guns got the win the last time, so the Nasty Boys are going to get the win here. And we can't forget that the Nasty Boys are dirty cheaters. So they are going to get the win, a tainted win. And this has been a fun little back and forth feud between these two, getting both teams quite a bit of experience. Next, we have the terrorist. And of course, he's going to be terrorized by Scott Steiner. Another 12-minute bout here. And we have very high hopes for Scott Steiner. And as I learned not too long ago on This Day in Wrestling History, one of our sister shows as part of the PowerCast Network, that can be found at patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Rob Rechsteiner, also known as Rick Steiner, actually wrestled for the AWA in, I think, 1985. I never knew that, but I learned, and so we know that Rick Steiner did wrestle for the AWA. Scott Steiner never actually did, as far as I know. He was a WWA guy. That WWA was linked heavily with the AWA, but I'm not aware of Scott Steiner ever wrestling in the AWA. But he is an arse save, and he's doing a terrific job. All right, Scott Steiner with the victory here over the terrorist, and the terrorist has lost and will continue to lose to Scott Steiner. Actually, he won't. This will be the last time they face each other because this tour block is getting ready to end. All right, Johnny Rich is going to face Kevin Kelly. And this one's going to go 14. And we are going to put Kevin Kelly over here, even if Johnny Rich is due, just to mix things up on the card here. All right, here is Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly has been solid for us since coming back from that injury. He is a good hand, and I like having him around. All right, Kevin Kelly with the victory. Up next, we have Doug Summers, and he is going to face Greg Gagne for that World Television title. This has been a great feud. They're going to go 16 here. They are going to go 16 no matter what. Summers versus Gagne. There it is. There's Doug Summers. Here is Greg Gagne. This one is for that World Television title. And let's take a look and see who's due for the win. Looks like Doug Summers, Greg Gagne got the win the last time. So Doug Summers is going to go over here, but it is going to be by count out. So we will not have a title change. We can also make this a technical masterclass. Both men qualify. Doug Summers was apparently pretty scummy in real life. Brian Blair didn't care too much for him. I've heard other wrestlers not talk very high of him. But Doug Summers was good in the ring. He was enhancement talent all the way up until the point where he started working for the AWA and they gave him a push with Buddy Rose. All right, next is Bobby Duncum versus Nick Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel should be due for the win here. And this has been an outstanding feud. Nick Bockwinkel was another one that was pretty popular in LA. So he had some popularity in California. Frankly, Nick Bockwinkel was popular everywhere. All right, match history. This is going to be the last time these two face because they are not going to meet at Wrestle Rock. So Nick Bockwinkel is going to go over here, everybody. He's going to go over clean. All right, that one's in the books. Up next, we have Bad Company and the Guerrero brothers. They're going 18. We're going to leave this one open-ended, but I have a hard time believing that the Guerrero brothers are going to lose in the Southwest. And I did not need to do that. I could have just typed it, or just used the auto fill there. But I did it anyway. There's the Guerrero brothers. We'll leave this one open-ended. And of course, our big main event here, we're going to go 30 minutes, is going to be Zbyszko versus Lawler. And here is Larry Zbyszko. And here is Jerry the King Lawler. Let's see who's due for the win here. Zbyszko won the last time. So Lawler gets the win here. And we're going to have Lawler win by DQ. All right, that one is booked. We're at 142 minutes. So that's our usual 2 hours, 22 minutes. We're ready to go here, everybody. Let's see how we do. All right, Wendi Richter gets the win with that sit-out DDT powerbomb. See if there's any takeaways. Ondy Austin for inconsistency, but she continues to improve. Nice score for Ondy Austin for being a newcomer like this. Up next, the Top Guns and Nasty Boys. Look at that, 67, everybody. We're nearing 70 for these two teams. And you can look at this and you can see that the Nasty Boys are getting over. And frankly, so are the Top Guns. It's good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. All right, improvement across the board. Next up, Scotty Steiner wins with that Northern Lights suplex hold. It only gets a 56, but Scott Steiner is not that popular in the Southwest yet. He just started working there with us, so I'm not surprised. Takeaways, inexperience of Scott Steiner, of course. Totally understandable. Next, we have Johnny Rich and Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly gets the win with that sleeper 71 for Kevin Kelly, so that's good. Johnny Rich, some inconsistency issues. Understandable. Hey, here we go. Doug Summers and Greg Gagne with a nice 82. Look at that. Greg Gagne with a 79 overall. Very nice. And Doug Summers, of course, is paired up with Baby Doll. They're doing well together. We got some inconsistency on Doug Summers, but that's not the end of the world. 82 overall. Good stuff. Nick Bockwinkel gets the win over Bobby Duncum with that Oriental Sleeper. And that's the last time these two are going to face each other for this tour block. They will not be wrestling one another at Wrestle Rock. All right, Bockwinkel's got the declining physical ability, but that's understandable. And up next, kind of a disappointing score here, but it looks like Bad Company dragged them down. 78 overall for the Guerrero brothers versus Bad Company. And Hector, of course, gets the win with that butterfly suplex. Good stuff. Let's see what the takeaways are. And it's all on Bad Company. Fair enough. All right, up next, our big main event. Ooh, we only get an 86. It's got to be due to Lawler fatigue, I bet. 90 and an 88. Outstanding scores here. I'm just a little disappointed that it's an 86. But then again, should I be? That's one heck of a score. We got Bonus City all the way down the road here. And Lawler is fatigued, and that's what hurt us a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and finish up the show. 83 overall. Great score. I'm not upset by the popularity changes. Looks like we got, if we didn't get a sellout, we were darn close here in the Cow Palace. We're going to make a speech here. We have to point out Greg Gagne did a really nice job here. And of course, we're going to point out LARRY ZBYZSKO, and we're going to point out Jerry Lawler. So here we go. Excellent. Great performance, good performance. We're going to make that speech. Greggy is pleased. LARRY ZBYZSKO is pleased, and Jerry Lawler is pleased. All right, everybody. This is it. The big time is coming here. We're there. We are there tomorrow for our biggest event of the year so far, and that is going to be Wrestle Rock 88. Don Morocco is also going to do some handshake work with the IWF, which is a little surprising. I thought we got him on an exclusive, but I probably screwed up the contract again, as I'm known to do. Lawler is tired. Pat Tanaka is tired. Tom Burton's gotten himself in better shape. All-Star Wrestling got over 1 million views. Terrific. And things are looking good here. So, when we take a look, we will see Wrestle Rock 88 tonight in the game, everybody. This is it. This is a big deal. All right. Let's take a look and see how the NWA did. Mike Rotundo over Ranger Ross. This is just awful. Terrible stuff. I don't even want to look at anything else here. Looks like the WWF was off. So, all right. That's going to do it for us, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a message below. Let us know how you found this channel and what you think of us so far. We aim to please. Also, you can find us on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us on Reddit, on the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Last but not least, if you would like version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net, drop me a line, I'll be more than happy to send you a link to the database and the picture pack. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Remember, we'll be back in action tomorrow for Wrestle Rock 88. This episode was brought to you by the Powercast Network. Patreon.com/Powercast Network.